Now that we've got the payment set up and we have our database tables set up, let's go ahead and get started actually building our website. So the first thing that I want to do is actually not start with the home page, but let's go ahead and create a new page. And this page is going to be the page where we allow people to actually submit a job posting. So we'll call it post a job, and we'll create this standard page. All right, great. So the first thing that we want to do is probably give a little bit of text when someone arrives to the page, just explaining what they're doing here. So we'll just say, submit your job to get in front of a huge audience of talented people. Great. So this will be, we'll make this our main header, and let's go ahead and do a little bit of alignment here. We'll make it centered, and I don't necessarily, let's see, I don't necessarily want it to span the entire width, so let's go ahead and we'll throw in a spacer here, and then what we want to do is in this column, because they use grids here, we can say let's make this 3, and then let's make this column. So 12 would be, I'll do 6. Okay, it still looks a little squished to me, so maybe we'll change this to 2, and then we'll change this column to be 8. Okay, that looks a little better. Great, so we have that, and then the next thing we want to create is add the form where someone will actually submit their job posting. So we want to drop it right here, and we want to create a new jobs record on our jobs table. So that looks good, so we will continue there, and you'll see that it'll pre-populate a bunch of stuff for us here. So let's go ahead and just make sure that we like how this looks. So first off, job title, that makes sense. I kind of don't like to have the placeholder text here because it seems a little redundant with the label and the placeholder text. So I'll go ahead and remove that. Good, that looks a little bit better. And then sometimes with job titles, people might be a little bit confused, or they might not know exactly what to put here. So let's give a little bit of helper text here, and so we'll just give them like an example, make sure they understand, and we'll say marketing coordinator, or say a JavaScript developer. And then let's go ahead, and we don't want this text to really stand out. It's more of just helper text, so we will make it a little bit smaller, and let's also make it a little bit gray. Yeah. Okay, that looks a little better. And then I'm going to remove the placeholder text here. And for job location, remove that placeholder text, job description. Same job categories, we'll move that. Just remove all of this placeholder text. And then, let's see. So this is looking pretty good so far. Let's change the text here so that it's a little more specific rather than create. Let's change the button to post my job. Okay, like that. And for this contact email, let's go ahead and add some helper text here as well. And we'll just explain to them that we'll only use this email for contacting them if we have questions. So this email will only be used by us to contact you if you have questions. And we'll make it the same size and color as what we were doing with that earlier one. Okay, great. All right, now here we don't want this to be one of the values on the form. We should be the only ones who get to set whether a job's approved or not. So let's go ahead and delete that from the form. And I think this is looking pretty good. Let's see, any other changes that we want to make here? Okay, I think that looks good. So now let's look and see what our actions are on this button. So when we click on Post My Job, we're going to create a new jobs posting, but we also want them first to go ahead and pay us. So we're going to add an action here, and we're going to make that action take payment. Let's go to configuration here. So the amount that we want them to pay, let's just say that our job postings are $25, and the description here will be basic job posting. So maybe in the future we can add some additional features that they could purchase to make a job posting more expensive, like highlighting their specific posting, getting it sent out as a featured job posting in an email, things like that. So we'll collect payment, and then they will create the new jobs record. And yeah, this is looking pretty good so far. So let's go ahead and we'll save this. And now we have our ability to post a job to our job board.